watching AYV Television.
Right, good morning Freetown, good morning Sierra Leone. Welcome to Wake Up Sierra Leone on the Africa Young Voices television. You're also hearing us on radio on 101.7 frequency modulation. My name is Victor Jones.
And I am Phoebian Sweel. Whether you're watching us or listening to us from the provinces or in the capital city here in Freetown on channel 33 or on DSTV channel 399 from across Africa, welcome.
You can also watch us this morning from around the world on this joyous 10th day of June 2026. We are counting down 2 days to this large annual general meeting which will be held in McKinney this week.
Looking forward to that. But please stay with us because in the next 2 hours we'll bring you news, views and sports. We're broadcasting live from the top of Tower Hill in the heart of the city. Send us your thoughts, your comments, questions on our social media handles, AYV News on Facebook and AYV Media Empire on YouTube, on the stories that we cover this morning.
This morning we shall be discussing the controversy surrounding the fight against female genital mutilation, the role of the office of the First Lady in protecting women and girls, and the fate of mother of 4 from the Moiba community who was forced into FGM allegedly during a Bondo Society initiation.
And this week, Freetown is over the weekend, Freetown hosted the Flick Funds Africa Film Intensive 2026 Sierra Leone edition. It was a 2-day program aimed at equipping filmmakers and creative entrepreneurs with the skills to attract investment, protect intellectual property, build sustainable creative businesses, and position African stories for the global market. Would also bring in a conversation we had yesterday with some of the team that came to Sierra Leone for the occasion.
And Parliament yesterday approved 5 presidential nominees to strengthen local governance in the country. Shall be bringing you that story this morning.
But before we delve deeper into all the conversation coming up today, let's get a quick word from our sponsor, Wakeup Commercial Bank, and that would be followed by other advertisers. Please be comfortable, grab a cup of tea or coffee if you can, and wait on us. We'll be right back.
More and more people are using Wakeup SIM Copper Plus in their everyday lives. Did you hear that? She just transferred money for her daughter's school fees. And this man just paid for some products. Ah, Mr. Abu, are you sending money to your wife again?
Yes, like Wakeup SIM Copper.
Ah.
Yes, like having money in my pocket.
Ah, excellent.
Thank you.
He just bought some eggs. The world is digital, so keep up with the times. Have you got a payment to make? If so, just download Wakeup SIM Copper Plus now. You can download the Wakeup SIM Copper Plus app from Apple iStore and iPad or Google Play Store for Android users. You see, it's fast, safe and reliable.
Sorry, car, go see some business partners.
You didn't give me memory, Michael. Can if I can say you remember this car people in not to in Andy. Today you pay me money. I don't send it for let you help me send money in Ghana. 2 weeks now you not send me money and 10 you not give me back me money. Today give me money.
You know ever sabi goodness in life. I send back money, but trust me, today na the very last day I ever send money for now.
I don't need your help because I don't know so with Afri money. I able send money. Now baku Africa countries them with Afri money. We able send money to over 10 African countries, whether it's Ghana, Gambia, Liberia, or Kenya. If me party we know this, we not for the body grammar right now.
Okay, una go regret. I mean now una go regret.
The best part right now, Michael, with Afri money, you dey able send money even if you not use app, even if you know the online directly. All you need for do is just a dial *161#. Pam, your money don't go. So I don't need the help again. Thief man.
Thank you.
Send money to over 10 African countries instantly with Afri Money. No stress, no excuses. Just dial *161*1*6# now. Afri Money, quick and easy.
Good to see your face again. It's been a very crazy day. The joyous feeling in the air when rain falls on a sunny day.
Happy, yeah. Let the stars, let the roll.
Enjoy life's little pleasures with Maltina. Maltina. Share happiness.
As mama, I always want waiting best for me picking them, especially when it comes out waiting them for eat and drink. Now this make I always they choose Sarah juice because they make them from with local foods them and nutritious and it gets less sugar than the other drinks them. Not to me say so.
We lab test show say Sarah juice gets 50% less sugar than the other drinks them na the market.
Because we mama they know what's best for we picking them, now you make we always they choose Sarah juice. Sarah juice is nutritious, it's healthy and it's sweet. Sarah juice, not the taste of Salone.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, on 8th August 2024, Statutory Instrument Number 8 of 2024 regarding the conduct of nationwide population and housing census was successfully laid in Parliament. On 29th August 2024, this statutory instrument became effective following 21 days from its laying. Therefore, in line with the decennial census calendar, I am pleased to announce that my government will conduct a nationwide population and housing census.
It's 2026, we dey get with census. Make all man tell him fambulem, responsibility for bring development. Make all man tell him fambulem. From the east to the west, blah blah blah. From the north to the south, no matter how you dare or you try, blah 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 blah. Motoka, mama or papa, blah blah blah. One pikin or grandpa, blah blah blah. Auntie or uncle, blah 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 blah. Motibe, where they come to you? Yeah, one people, one nation. Where they come to you? Yeah, now we know back up in Salone. Where they come to you? Yeah, no person say you not care. Where they come to you? Where they come to you?
I'm a papa, make we come together now. Brother, sister, nothing say you no matter, no. No left behind, no. This now you 10 for. Can join the census. Salone now we on.
Okay, well, show me your name, show me your address. For make you go join now the plan. The census go make you get the access. For make you go vote now this land. Let the all you. If you don't want make them country again, make them grip you. Cause this time you're Salone for us.
See what you been a sec, cabo, aduo. We bring good news, Salone people here, yo. Census don't come again. We ready for contact, Sky from the young to the old. Say the census go help make development day. Allow me them continue, nothing you know go pay. It go help plan more schools, hospital and light, even water for you community. Who say you there?
Where they come to you? Yeah, one people, one nation. Where they come to you? Yeah, now we know back up in Salone. Where they come to you? Yeah, no person say you not care. Where they come to you? Yeah, they don't come to you.
Census they come, the other we cooperate. Tell mama and papa, then get for country all, the make we all ready. Census go help for make we know we safe, and who say we stand. If you claim say you love Salone, who say development day, na day you for day.
Yambo tegina, mimbo tegina, mingo te teke biambe. 2026. Census na me right, census na you right. Family, imagine if they count everybody, they left you out.
Amulemba kotumogbawa, ubokwa kufuninge sagbele tuwa. Tonya, ye amubuji hule banda. Wabulo le tabogbawa bayaganga. Ye tumogbawa mudagbe behave. Comment ya go salon bate mukweleva. Nabi yina na metabogbawa na. Do mama kome kola bogonya delega. Ina.
Kakotone dim ding dang, dim ding dang, dim ding dang. Katap kata tinganga be kata konkal, anga be kata banganda yer. Abagato bagat, aindo gor. Agalene, tamo jamu, agatamu, tarentamu. Donye, mama marita kangonsu.
Amiya timi wandi, timi wandi. Amiya timi wandi, timi wandi. Mwakongo tami wandi, ungewa menda milwena wo. Ya kongo tabi wandi, ungeba handa bebe holo.
From the east to the west, blama blama. From the north to the south, blama. No matter how you dare or you try, blama blama. You want to go, mama or papa, blama blama. One picking on grandpa, blama blama. Auntie or uncle, blama blama. Motibe
May they call you, yeah. One people, one nation. May they call you, yeah. Now we number go bills alone. May they call you, yeah. No person say you no care. May they call you, yeah. May they call you, yeah.
More and more people are using Wakeup SIM Copper Plus in their everyday lives. Did you hear that? She just transferred money for her daughter's school fees. And this man just paid for some products. Ah, Mr. Abu, are you sending money to your wife again?
Yes, like a Wakeup SIM couple.
Ah.
Yes, like having money in my pocket.
Ah, excellent.
Thank you.
He just bought some eggs.
The world is digital, so keep up with the times. Have you got a payment to make? If so, just download Wakeup SIM Copper Plus now.
You can download the Wakeup SIM Copper Plus app from Apple iStore and iPad or Google Play Store for Android users.
You see, it's fast, safe, and reliable.
Sorry, car, go see some business partners.
You didn't give me memory, Michael. Tell if I kiss a young, you remember this camp people in no twin and day. Today you pay me money. I don't send it for let you help me send money in Ghana. 2 weeks now you not send me money and 10 you not give me back me money. Today, give me money.
You know ever sabi goodness na life. I send back your money, but trust me, today na the very last day I ever send money for now.
I don't need your help because I don't know so with Afri money. I able send money now Baku Africa countries them with Afri money. We able send money to over 10 African countries, whether it's Ghana, Gambia, Liberia, or Kenya. If me party we know this, we not follow the party grammar right now.
Okay, una go regret. I mean now, una go regret.
The best part right now, Michael, with Afri money, you dey able send money even if you not use app, even if you not the online directly. All you need for do, you just a dial *161#. Pam, your money don't go. So I don't need the help again. Thief man.
Thank you.
Send money to over 10 African countries instantly with Afri Money. No stress, no excuses. Just dial *161*1*6# now. Afri Money, quick and easy.
good to see your face again. It's been a very crazy day. The joyous feeling in the air when rain falls on a sunny day.
Happy, yeah. Let the stars, let the roll.
Enjoy life's little pleasures with Maltina. Maltina. Share happiness.
Right, welcome back, and a reminder that this is Wake Up Sierra Leone on the Africa Young Voices television and radio in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Now, Deputy Leader of Government Business 2, Honorable Emerson Lamina, has said that energy, transportation and water are three sicknesses Freetown suffers from, which if cured, citizens will be okay. He was speaking during the passage of some nominees which were presented before the House of Parliament yesterday for approval. The House subsequently passed the nominees, admonishing and cautioning them to ensure transformation and service delivery. Among them are Dr. Fala Dominic Lamin as Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, and Constance Sama as Commissioner, Local Government Service Commission. Let's have the highlight.
The DG designate is coming from London. I've lived short stay in London, short stay in the US, in France, in bigger cities like Moscow. There can be no transport system so safe like in the UK. Where we never stand as a pedestrian for more than 2 minutes without seeing bus, train, no way. So he's coming from there. What have been the skills I can bring? Bring that skill from London, the London skill. I've never suffered for transportation. In Freetown here today, 3 sicknesses. If cured, we are good. 1, transportation. 2, water supply. 3, energy.
They are there purely to represent. I know other people will say no, but they are going there to represent women. We want to see women. We want to see competent women. And these people who are going there, I have no doubt. Please, I'm not biased. I just want to start with them because we want to see them lead and others will follow.
Council or local governance in this country is key. You have your commissioners who are ladies, and I hope they will support you. We don't want less from you. We want to prove your mettle and give to the critics that you can do it better over there too.
But I want to make an appeal here. As women, President Leone believes in the strength of us as women, but we have to prove it. If we don't prove it, he will be disappointed. And I believe you that they have appointed in this local government service commission will make it.
When it comes to local councils, this house must take the business of local councils very seriously. Because there is a clear affinity between parliament and local councils. Members of parliament can agree with me that there is a lot of struggles that we go through that we should not be experiencing if local councils are actually functioning. So it is our own business to ensure that the business of council becomes our own business.
Tap our chest as a political class in the last parliament and even the president that he has done super well when it comes to women empowerment. But something is missing. And I must speak to this. Something is missing. We empower women and we are empowering more women. But the empowerment of women should not just be limited to women in the political class. How women in the political class will rally around themselves to help other people, other women who are in conflict with the law or conflict with society is missing.
All right, this is still Wake Up Sierra Leone here on AYV television and radio, and as always we encourage you to be a part of the conversation. Drop a comment or question about the issues we're discussing on our social media handles. On Facebook it's AYV News, on YouTube it's AYV Media Empire. Just please keep the conversation tailored to the same conversation we're having in the studio. Now, next movie this morning, we turn our attention to an industry that is increasingly shaping Africa's cultural identity and creating new opportunities for young people, the film and creative sector. In yesterday's, by the end of yesterday's Wake Up Sierra Leone, we had some guests at AYV, so we had to go to record an interview, which we would be playing now. Let's get that. All right, so over the weekend, we're going to now turn our attention to something that happened over the weekend, and the industry itself, the creative industry, is increasingly shaping Africa's cultural identity and creating new opportunities for young people, the film and creative industry.
Sierra Leone's creative industry continues to grow with filmmakers, actors, producers and content creators using storytelling not only to entertain their audiences but also to drive social change, preserve culture and contribute to the economic development of this country.
Over the weekend, Freetown hosted the Flick Fund's Africa Film Intensive 2026, the Sierra Leone edition. It was a two-day program aimed at equipping filmmakers and creative entrepreneurs with the skills to attract investment, protect intellectual property, build sustainable creative businesses, and position African stories for the global market.
So joining us this morning are some of the key facilitators behind this initiative. Winston Chibututu, founder of Flick Funds Africa and a cultural strategist and investment architect.
We also have Nosakari Wadie, co-founder of Flick Funds Africa and a legal strategist specializing in intellectual property. And we also have veteran actor and industry mentor Norbert Young, one of the most respected names in African films and television. Gentlemen, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us in the program.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
And thanks for sparing time to have this conversation. Let's start with you, Wilson. Let's talk about Flick Fund Africa. What is it about and what do you do?
Okay, so I personally am a producer with years of experience. Beyond being a producer, I've also worked in the corporate sector. We've run a lot of successful investments across different platforms and industries, oil and gas, agriculture, real estate, international businesses. So I've had the opportunity to experience the film industry grow in Nigeria, and I've also been privileged to meet with a lot of the pioneers that has shaped what we call in Hollywood now. And I've also seen a lot of struggle. I've been to different parts of Africa and I've seen filmmakers struggle. It's either they are struggling from trying to get the budget in which they're going to use to film, and then they struggle to put the crew together, and then they try and then they bring out the production. They're struggling to look for platforms where they're going to put in this content. They're struggling to see if they can be profitable, because at the end of the day it is what they see, what they get, that they end up going back. And these guys will keep doing this, they keep doing this. So to our filmmakers in Africa, it's from a place of passion, right? And so my experience over the years across different platforms I've worked with, I've seen how international filmmakers are able to get funding for their film, right? And I think that was the whole idea behind putting Flick Fund together. It is meant to be that gap bridge between the film makers and funding, right?
And if you look at the bridge in that gap, it's really a very long bridge. The story ideas that emerge are many across, even in Nigeria, where the industry is way advanced, to even countries like ours, where you'd say perhaps it's at beginner level or so on. But what requirement do you have? What's the criteria to jump in on story ideas and render whatever help, guidance, or support that you do?
Okay, so what we do, we have three like our entire ecosystem is investment, capacity building, which is the training, and then the streaming. So, like I said, we've had conversations with a lot of investors, who are interested to come to Africa, but they are also worried that these filmmakers do not have the requirement, they do not know what is expected for them to invest in them. A lot of them, it's give me the money, and at the end of the day, they're telling stories. At the end of the day, was the film meant for cinema? Was it meant for YouTube? But there are no platforms that are taking it to YouTube. Investors want to know, when am I getting my money back? Just like you go to every other, industry, the bank, you want to, put your money in fixed deposit. Excuse me. You know when you are likely to get your money back. So in Africa, we don't see film as business. Do you understand? So we are, as much as we are going to be talking about a lot of investors coming to Africa, but we are more important, we are very, very particular about the mindset of the filmmakers. And these guys, do they understand what it takes? If we give you this money, can you return back this money to us? And that is what has brought us to Sierra Leone today. So for us, it's about capacity building. It's also about, working directly with the government, so because we have our setup in Nigeria. Flick Fund is a Pan-African, structure, and we are coming to Sierra Leone here. The advantage for us here is the fact that Sierra Leone has everything new, so we can build it from scratch, and we can, by the grace of God, with all of the potentials we have around, we should be able to see Sierra Leone being one of the top 5.
Noshakari, so in Sierra Leone, like many other countries across the continent, talent is not in short demand. There is talent. But again, in the film industry, you have different kinds of filmmakers and different kinds of films they do. This cuts across even in Hollywood. Not all Hollywood films are on Netflix. Some of them just stop on YouTube. In Sierra Leone, you have the many different ones. Those who can really do good films, those who can do any kind of films. But with the gaps we have in Sierra Leone and the solutions you offer, in Sierra Leone particularly as a country, what are you bringing to the table?
Okay, what we are bringing to the table specifically in Sierra Leone is to catalyze the ecosystem. We are not looking at filmmakers in isolation, because ours is to create business models and business structures. Like you said, whatever the genre of the film is, what we are concerned about is how does this convert to money? What are the type of investments that it can attract? What are the tenure of the investments? So it's not so much about the talent. It's not so much about the avalanche of films. You could produce one film and make money off it forever. So let's take let me use the Nigerian model. For example, Fela is late, but his legacy is so rife and his investment available such that his family can actually live off the proceeds of their father. So what we are bringing to the table is, let's look at filmmaking as a business. Every business has, so the filmmakers and the films are just the trigger within the value chain. What are the other elements that need to come in terms of intellectual property? How do you protect? And that was part of what we were discussing with them. How do you protect your films? How do you own the films? What are the contractual obligations by all parties? We even saw, like you said, that a lot of Sierra Leoneans who say they are filmmakers don't even have a registered business. at least 97% of them don't even have a registered business. So I won't even give money to. So where does it start when your business is not even registered? Where does the investment, where does it handle?
So in that same vein, there are filmmakers in Sierra Leone who own businesses who, for example, AYV does have a films department.
Yes.
There are others like BSK, Dr. Bernadette, who has a really big business.
Yes.
So such filmmakers, it's a lot of money investing in the industry,
Yes.
but the return on the investment is paused
Yes.
because of distribution channels. Do you have a solution to this that you're bringing to Sierra Leone?
Okay, so let's assume that these businesses you have said have a clear structure of delivering on the promises for investment. And like you said, one of the phases is global distribution. Part of what we are doing in Flick Funds is we're already building a streaming platform such that that streaming platform is to, let me use the word, look at our films. Look at how we can package our films. I'm not saying we'll package it like Jurassic Park or Black Panther. That works for them. Our own stories have their peculiarities. So in terms of length, in terms of several things, we'll do packaging of these films that you have said. Then with partnerships and every other thing, using technology in terms of the streaming platform, our idea is to espouse these films all over the world. I mean, for example, a typical Sierra Leonean would, in Canada, would still like to see the village part he went through. Would still like to see the buses as they are. But how do you get it there if you don't have a technology-driven platform that just enables him seats on the mobile? So like you said, ours is to just take it further to make it available globally. We are looking at festivals. I mean, we are looking at presenting some of them at festivals at high level. And that's why we are saying the standards must be very high. The Sierra Leoneans should not look at it that they are just doing it within East Side or West Side, although the target should be, as you are producing the films, you want to benchmark it with Bollywood, with Nollywood, and these have characteristics that have made them over time to be like they are automatic. So that is what we are bringing to bear. We are bringing to bear a template that enables the Sierra producer or filmmaker from the remotest part to be able to tell our narrative. We can't depend on them for our narrative, and it will now be global. Ab initio from day one. So the mindset is start local and act global from day one.
No, but you're a veteran actor. I mean, you smell film. You breathe.
I do what?
Stream. You know, all your life you've spent, dedicating time and sweat, improving your craft until you've reached this pedestal. What would standard acting mean to you?
Standard acting would mean doing what is relevant within your environment and portraying that thing to people with the intention of teaching them about your environment, your tribe, your culture. That's what standard acting will mean for me, in spite of any other definition you might want to give it. If my craft does not suit my immediate environment where people can relate with, then I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing. But you see, if I can do that and then portray that same thing to a wider audience beyond my immediate environment, then I would have considered myself doing something great.
Do you see Sierra Leone as a hub for the kinds of talent you're looking for to, if you like, solidify this marriage?
Yes, I surely do, because I trained them in the act of acting, and I gave them an assignment, and give and take within 4 hours, I was surprised at what they could produce, which tells me that these talents are just latent. They are there. What we need to do is bring them out to not only our own standards, but to international standards. Because what do you want to market if you do not have a good product? You have to have a good product, which is the beginning of the whole system. You have to have a good product that can now give to marketers, distributors, good stories, good acting, good directing, good lighting, good makeup, good costume, all put together. We can do a very good, we can say good product sells itself, right? That's what we want to do. For me, Sierra Leone is like an empty page that you want to write on. And I pray that we put the right ideas in the heads, in the open heads, not empty heads, open heads, with the right idea for development in the right direction. That so anywhere in the world we can stand at par with anybody, any actor from anywhere.
What sort of characteristics, if you like, or demeanor, does a talent or an actor or an actress need, to sprout out in this field?
That would be boxing the actor. If you say you need a particular demeanor, an actor cannot be boxed.
Still, there's some sort of discipline that you should have.
Yeah, every profession needs. First of all, yeah, that's a very good question. I like to emphasize it. Sometimes we say, when you talk about acting, you say, "I'm going to watch a play." We are doing a play, and what's that word play? Play, mess around, And that gives the impression that you may not be serious. So if you let it go like that without discipline, there's nothing you can achieve. In that environment where we are playing, packaging something that we want to sell to people, that will pay us money, we have to be serious about it. We have to be committed. We have to be disciplined before we can really put out a play. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes. So discipline is a very, very important part. Discipline, yes. And to keep yourself long in the business. Not that you will rise today and fall tomorrow, no? Be there all the time. Let every time be your time.
Wilson, let me come back to you. I mean, there are a lot of investors now, but Sierra Leone, unfortunately, we lack most of them. I mean, you see that they are afraid of putting their money into the film industry, fearing that perhaps their investments would not be, realized. What assurances, if you like, can an industry, a film industry, sell to, let's say, a businessman who wants to invest in the film industry?
Okay, so when it comes to business, it's really not about assurances.
Okay.
It's all about documentation. You want to buy a house, you want to see the documents. Do you understand? It's not good enough to say we use this level of materials to build the foundation. Show me. So it's the same thing for the film business. The investors want to go through the books and see the rights. So part of the things we thought during the section was so we have 3 stages to production. Okay. We have the pre-production, we have the production, we have the post-production. We have to document this entire process, for the investors to see how much, how much have you spent. For, instances when you've already produced and you're meeting, we need to see how much you've spent. Do you understand? For a production that you've not done, just on an idea stage, we need to see what are the cost implications. Do you understand? And before the investor before we would even invest in that production, we do our own case study to understand. You are requesting for $200,000. When we evaluate it, it's possible that you might need $100,000. Do you understand? Because one of the problem a lot of investment facilities have encountered, it's not enough to collect investors' money. Remember, you pay them back. Do you understand? So we need to be very intentional and real with figures. You understand? So when we look at it, okay, $200,000, we do an evaluation. Where is this market going to? Do you understand? Is it going to the cinema? Is it going to streaming? Is it going to this? And then we do a projection of how much are we likely to get back from this film? Worst case scenario, mid case scenario, best case scenario. Do you understand? When you gather all of these documents together, investors can see. You can put film business and oil and gas on the same table. Okay. There are some investors that are just serial entrepreneurs. They're not really interested in the industry. As long as the safety of their funds is there and their return on investment is there, these things are clearly stated, the investors will come. And see, like we said, the story has never been our problem. So if we now include the story into what we have, the proper documentation, investors will come to us before they go to, see what is happening to our music, see what is happening to them. So there's attention now in Africa. You understand? We have the story, you can trace the story route to who we say we are. You understand? So investors are willing. We just need to be ready to put in the works and protect it, do all of the necessary background, and investors will come.
Before Fabian comes in again, there's a saying, trace the money, follow the money. I mean, which of these platforms would you say is the most profitable for a filmmaker? Netflix, YouTube, and the other streaming platforms?
So, you really can't say. It depends on your intention. It depends on your budget. Do you understand? It depends on the investor. How long are they willing to wait? Do you understand? So there are different platforms that, their process are different. Do you understand? When you invested, and that's why you see a major film, like Black Panther, before the production is done, there are contracts that are signed, distribution contract that are signed, territorial contract that are signed. Do you understand? When it's coming out, it's going to Atlanta, it's going to sit there for 2 weeks. After there, it's going to this, it's going to that. So it's not just go to production. Before you go to production, your marketing team have already done a proper structure to, and we've started contacting those people. This is what we are doing. Are you interested? We are signing deals. We already know how much is coming back. Do you understand? So if it's a YouTube project, you also know. Do you understand? Okay, it takes within 6 to 1 year, I would have generated XYZ number of views. I can value this into the exchange rate. So these things are clear. Just like every other business that you can track the process. Do you understand? So as long as you are willing to set up all of those structures, there are little or no chances for errors. Do you understand? A lot of people finish their film and that is when they are looking for the platform. That is when they are approaching the platforms. Do you understand? We met somebody during the training who said he got £30,000. When are you going to pay the money? He said in 1 month time. It's not realistic. You sign that, you get burnt out, and that's why producers are struggling because they can't even tell the editor to edit for 1 month. The editor might say, I need 3 months for my sound, but no, investor wants to get his money in 2 weeks. You understand? You start cutting down the quality of what you've done. Do you understand? And I asked the particular filmmaker, if funding was not your problem, will you film in 3 days? You understand? You will take your time. That's why you see films like Mission Impossible, 2 years they're still filming because the investors are aware we'll take our time. Do you understand? So we need to start correcting this, mind shift from our filmmakers so they understand that this is a business. Tesla will tell you to take 5 years. Investors will put their money there. So there are investors that have, what is called, what's the word?
Risk appetite. Yes.
Some can wait. The ones that cannot wait is fine. Do you understand? Even look at every other business. Not everybody buys into it. When they look at the structure, I can't wait, I go.
Yeah.
But the rest assured that a lot of investors are willing to come to Africa as long as we're able to, put it right.
Nosakari, the conversation across Africa, especially in a country like Sierra Leone, is unemployment and human capital development. How can the creative industry, particularly the film industry, contribute towards human capital development and sort of reducing the statistics of unemployment?
Okay, this is how it works. That was what I was saying there, that is an ecosystem. So you have the filmmaking industry. The filmmaking industry is a combination of several industries. It's a combination of the tourism industry. It has the infrastructure. I mean, we were just driving around Sierra Leone. I mean, we've been to places where there are several hills. You see, the architecture of your roads, people will come from all over the world to shoot films here. I can assure you. But who is projecting this architecture? People are looking for, people go 3 months, 4 months to go and just recce and check. I mean, a lot of the films we see, people spend hours and a lot of dollars to just get the landscape. So you can imagine, we were driving around, some places in Europe don't even have the type of landscape Sierra Leone has. But by the time they see it, the kind of investment that will draw. People, I was just talking to my director. You could have film cities here. If you have film cities and film villages, you know how many people it can employ? You know how many people is a film that is as big as Jurassic Park Let's assume they want to come and shoot it here. Do you know, or a Titanic film, do you know how much it will cost building the sets, building a lot of things around your natural architecture? There are a lot of brands that are promising, for example, car brands, saying they can drive on anything. They will come because these are natural environments where you drive fast cars, rocky roads. A lot of films, James Bond films, most of those films have cars that are purpose-built for those films. And at the end of the day, if all these things are happening here, they form part of the investment and part of the attraction. Our local labor will be used. They will develop skills. There are so many skills that can be developed within the filmmaking industry. Our tourism is just at its infancy. So by the time tourism coalesces with infrastructure, coalesces with several other aspects, you just see a boom. And you see a lot of people coming into the film industry to learn several skills. And you know, these are very professional things. Even your sound and everything, you see massive investment. Camera works and every other thing. So in terms of the money so when we say investment, it's not just investment in the film, as in film, which is why I said you must have a film. But within a 30-minute film, 1 hour film, there are so many things that form that. Even the tourism industry will be integrated into the films as part of the initial process. The problem we have as filmmakers is that we don't write our scripts and every other thing. How many filmmakers in Sierra Leone write scripts that can already say so many products are going to go into it? I mean, on the breakfast table, for example, do you write scripts to show that so many brands that are here will sit on it and approach a client and says, look, I'm writing, my film has so and so as part of his breakfast. Come on. So you look at sponsorship too. And all these things, the economy will be galvanized. And when the economy is galvanized, the employment is galvanized, people are more able to do a lot of things with their brain because the fund is unlocking a lot of potential. So the employment thing, you just begin to see that a lot of things will begin to happen naturally, but we have to work together. Even the banks and the financial institutions, the money are not going to come through the helicopter. They are going to come through established institutions. More employment will come in the investment sector. The others are the finance sector. So you are going to see a lot of things happening, but it has to work together.
Let me add a little to that.
Sure.
Can you imagine the number of industries that is within the entertainment industry? You have the electricians, the automobile, the vulcanizers, the people who run little restaurants, the hairdressers, the makeup people, the costume designers, the wardrobe people. In a 2-minute footage of film, you need at least 75 people to work on that, and they all get paid. So when the Sierra Leone movie industry is developed, entertainment movie, let me say movie industry is developed, it takes a lot of people off the streets, a lot of employment. Imagine this number of people I just mentioned, people in fashion, people in beauty product, beauty, whatever you call them, and the people who make the beauty products, the restaurants where people buy food from, the hotels, they all make money off movie productions, all of them. And then the actors who get paid, the DOPs, the directors, the producers, everybody, lots of people get paid. So it's one of the ways you take poverty off the street and you don't put so much pressure on the government resources.
As we round off this conversation, for some people who are following this conversation now, their key interest is making a debut into the film industry as actors. There are those who even question themselves whether they're talented or not. Oftentimes they ask questions, is acting a calling, or can anyone just wake up and polish their skills to become an actor? What does it take to be an actor and to make a debut into the film industry?
I'm interested in this, actually.
Well, is anybody created to be a doctor? Is anybody created to be a lawyer? I think it is what we feed that we will eventually become. But one thing I know for certain, talent is not enough. You need to acquire skills. You understand? I can be a good swimmer, for example, but will I be a good race swimmer for competitions? You understand? So it is, everybody has a talent for anything, everything. If I had wanted to be a doctor, I would have been a doctor. I would have pursued it. I would have made every effort to become a doctor. So it is with acting. You pay attention to it, dedicate yourself to it. You have the talent for it naturally. Then you acquire the skills, which means that you acquire the technique to be able to participate in the field. No, I don't want to believe that anybody is born an actor or anybody. You can be an actor if you want to be. That's it.
How do they make a debut? It's a highly competitive industry. Even in countries where the industry is still growing, it's highly competitive.
Oh, yes, I agree.
How do people who, especially you are a mentor, people looking at you now, how do I become an actor? How do I make a debut into the industry?
Well,
how do I get a slot?
It is very important to acquire skill. Where? From the university or from any acting company. Acquire the skills. Get trained, that's what I mean. When you get trained, you have an edge over other people who want to come in without training. And then you need you need luck. You need preparedness. Sometimes say preparedness meets opportunity, and you make a lot of things. I could have you could have a brother who is very rich, and he will give you the money to go and make a movie. You place yourself as the lead character. That's an opportunity you have gone. Some other people go through auditions, and they do well in auditions, and they get the roles. All over the world, auditions are one of the ways that people get roles. And some actors hate auditions. I'm one of those actors who hate auditions. Most of auditions I attended, I've failed them, because my attitude towards audition is very wrong. I don't like them. From drama school, I never liked them. But some people do well. I'm not saying that I've not passed some. In fact, I've passed very, very major ones, because probably I felt that I should be in that. Let me give it my all. But things come in different directions where you get the opportunity to blow. If you know what I mean, you say, once I get this opportunity, make the best use of it, put your best foot forward, and then people will remember you from that performance, and then they want to try you again. Of course, you as an actor, you must be very sure that you don't allow yourself to be typecast. People just see you, I want to play you in only one role all through your career. Every serious actor will avoid that. But any opportunity you get, make the best use of it. You might be lucky, you get called by a friend, you go through auditions, you have an uncle who gives you money. All those are opportunities for you to blow. But it is very basic that you get trained so that you have an edge over others.
Have any of you been to Sierra Leone before?
I have been here before.
I've been here before.
Okay, this is a very important question, and think carefully before you respond. You know you would need to use the sea to get back to the airport to go. In this whole of Africa, who does the best jollof? Think carefully.
Who does the best?
Who cooks the best jollof? let's just settle this once and for all. But think carefully as you answer.
Let me tell you. Let me answer you. I've eaten Sierra Leone jollof. I've eaten Gambia jollof. I've eaten Ghana jollof. I've eaten Nigerian jollof. You see, the founder of a thing may not necessarily be the best at it. I know the jollof started from Sierra Leone, I know. But Nigeria cooks the best jollof. Nigerian jollof is the best. And we are not afraid of water.
I wish you could speak with you going back to the airport.
No, we are not afraid of water.
Well, like you say, I've ate even in Ghana and every other place. I think each one has its peculiarity.
Which one is the best? Don't.
Each one has its peculiarity, but I also subscribe to the fact that perhaps the Nigerian.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I think there's a problem with the microphone. What were you saying, Wilson?
Okay, so I've not tried the jollof here in Sierra Leone, and I've tried that in Ghana, I've tried in Nigeria, but I'll be very honest, I said something yesterday, I just like good food. I really don't know what is best. Do you understand? I'm terrible. There are certain decisions that you don't
Have you enjoyed Sierra Leone food?
Yes, I have.
That's a different question.
I like the sauce.
That's a different question. Now you mentioned jollof. So
sorry, I can't hear you. You're saying
no. You see, you said have you tasted? Sierra food is good. Your sauce. I like your sauce. Which of our dishes you marry it to jollof. You know we have varieties of jollof. Yeah. We have smoke firewood jollof, gas jollof, stove kerosene.
So in essence, all of you are saying that Sierra Leone has the best jollof.
No.
And we have the best food.
No, we said Nigeria has the best
That's
jollof.
basically what you're all saying.
I like your
in
sauce.
one accord.
I like your sauce.
Okay.
Your sauce is beautiful. But the jollof Nigeria is best.
So which of our local dishes have you tasted?
So we don't know their names now, but we
have cassava leaves,
potato leaves. Let me tell you, as a testimony, I know that I've added some weight in the last
year.
And it's like Sierra Leoneans like to just give you food.
Food is
yes, you just feed people. It's too much.
I'm tired. Eating. If I mean just
I will be this size before I go back.
I just wanted to add.
That means you've been well taken care of.
Sorry,
you people don't know how to serve small food.
No,
you must load
and the fish is particularly wonderful.
Yeah.
The fish, well grilled. It takes the normal temperature in the whatever.
You're saying our food is tastier than Nigerian.
Well, it's a matter of opinion. I'm just saying that I enjoy. Sorry, I wanted to add something to what he said, and that also applies to every other thing. Like it's like they've been saying, let's not see the film industry is a special degrading industry. No, it's just the approach. Let me tell you, like you mentioned, go for the niche. Very important. If you want to break into any industry, or if you want to have an opportunity, go for the niche. I mean, as an actor, I wouldn't want to just be somebody that is run on the mill. If it's my voice, there's an actress in Nigeria. All she has is, in fact, when she came into the industry, she came mimicking a child's voice. And she's a full-grown woman.
Helen Paul.
Yes. She's a full-grown woman, and she was on several programs and every other thing, radio programs. You see the voice. So she just like blew in our own language. So anybody that needs a child's voice for voiceover, for whatever, would naturally come to her.
I'm sure you know about Helen Paul.
You might be very good maybe as a child and somebody, and also I like it to be driven from the point of naturalness and passion. If you are a natural drunkard, I mean, if you from small, maybe in theater school, they said you act the drinking part very well, and you can develop that as your own character.
That's stereotyping.
No.
Stereotyping.
No.
It's not good for any actor.
No, what I'm saying is that there's something you mentioned.
Typecasting.
We are saying that there was something you mentioned which is driving this.
Training.
You said, how do you break into? Do you understand? Mm-hmm. You cannot, even if it's kind of gives you some kind of stereotypes, but it enables you to be noticed. Mm. Then over time, you can expand your views or your opportunities through training. Mm. But what we are saying is that if we are 12 and somebody wants to pick one person, there must be something unique about you. There must be something unique.
Tailored to what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There must be something unique.
No, but that's important. That's why I say training is very important. Training and acquiring skills.
To also add to what they have said, for me, I'm always from a place of structure in business. I think, like what our legend has referred to as luck, outside Nigeria, we really don't look at like 80 to 90% of business or decisions or, expectations definitions are properly defined. We leave like 2%, 20% to unseen circumstances. What we are trying to do with Flick Fund is also to put, so the training is not just training for you to, we are trying to build a system, an academy, where filmmakers can, just like you said, how do you come out? You are not looking at, as long as you are enrolled, do you understand? And we are building communities in all of the regions we are going to. So it's not just a 2-day and we are done and they are off to the street and they're fine. So we are going to continue the process with them. So Flick Fund, we're building a structured ecosystem that, you know, our filmmakers, talent can be confident that as long as I am in Flick Fund, I have a shot, you know, and nobody's going to take advantage of videos. This is what we are building this for Africa. Do you understand? Where even international black talents can have something that they can come back home. You know, we've seen names in Europe and see what their talent has been from where they were and what they are currently, you know. So we need to build something that African talents can feel safe. Do you understand? Nobody's going to rip them off their values. Do you understand? So for me, talent in Africa would have something that they can come under, and after being trained, it's not luck, but you have the opportunity to, you know, get something major for yourself and your brand.
Thank you so very much indeed, esteemed gentlemen.
More and more people are using Wakeup SIM Copper Plus in their everyday lives. Did you hear that? She just transferred money for her daughter's school fees. And this man just paid for some products. Mr. Abu, are you sending money to your wife again?
Yes, like a Wakeup SIM couple. Yes, like having money in my pocket.
Excellent.
Thank you.
He just bought some eggs.
The world is digital, so keep up with the times. Have you got a payment to make? If so, just download Wakeup SIM Copper Plus now.
You can download the Wakeup SIM Copper Plus app from Apple iStore and iPad or Google Play Store for Android users.
You see, it's fast, safe, and reliable.
Every day feels better with peace of mind, and peace of mind starts with preparation. Unexpected moments can happen anytime, but with the right insurance, you're always one step ahead. At J-Man Insurance, we help you protect what matters most: your life, your family, your future. Don't wait for what if. Prepare for what's next. Get covered today and move forward with confidence.
All right, welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us through that first segment and the break. Now, in early June 2026, Sierra Leone's First Lady, Dr. Fatima Madabiu, was at the center of an intense national and international debate following her statements regarding female genital mutilation, FGM, and the traditional Bondo society. Now, the issue escalated significantly when local citizens, including a mother of 4 from the Moiba community, publicly confronted or questioned her stance on social media and regional platforms, leading to a broader public back and forth.
Well, the conversation was heavily driven by viral video responses and public comment, including specific appeals from community members like a mother of 4 from the Moiba community. These citizens praised her general efforts under the Hands Off Our Girls initiative, but directly challenged her to unequivocally condemn the renewed scrutiny followed explosive allegations from a woman named Adama Binta Kamara, not her real name though, who claimed she was abducted and subjected to forced FGM during a Bondo society initiation. First Lady Bio publicly urged calm and announced an official police investigation into the matter.
In a detailed video titled May the Truth Set Us Free, First Lady Bio pushed back against anti-FGM activists. She claims that she is often falsely targeted by Western-funded NGOs and political opponents. She has historically noted that while she chose not to circumcise her own daughters, she is a circumcised woman herself and believes the local cultural framework must be respected.
Now, due to her defensive posture on the practice, intense pressure from global human rights organizations led to a high-profile controversy where she withdrew from the speaker lineup at the Global Power Women Forum. The exchange between high-level leadership and local mothers highlights a growing divide. While grassroots organizers and mothers in areas like Moiba are calling for child protection laws to shield the next generation from the health risks of FGM, political figures often tread carefully to avoid alienating the powerful, culturally significant Bondo society leaders.
So this morning, to discuss the controversies in the fight against FGM and work of the Office of the First Lady, we were expecting to have Wusu Dadida Jallo, who's the spokesperson, Office of the First Lady. He was invited and he consented to be here this morning. Unfortunately, till now, it's a no-show. But in the studio, we have Anita Kouma, founder and country director, Girl Child Network, Sierra Leone. Good morning, Anita. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me this morning.
The expectation is that women could come together, speak with one voice in what's affecting women and girls. But what is seen is an opposite of that. People on your side, the anti-FGM campaigners, fighting with people on the First Lady's side, the pro-FGM campaigners. How did you all get to this point? Making it about yourselves as individuals and not particularly focusing on the wider population, especially those who tell stories of how they are now affected. How did we get here?
Well, Phoebian, we've been here for ages as a survivor, advocating to end FGM. For me, fight, division, is about opinion, what you believe in, and how it affects you. I fight no woman, I fight nobody. I share my story. I tell you what is going on in my body, what I experienced from age 13, and I came into conclusion that I'm affected. It's violation. I believe that not me alone standing at that point. That is why we have women coming forward. They tell you, they explain their experiences, and you come to, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. Why are you saying that? No. I respect it. I've been here a couple of times. When it comes to girls, when it comes to child protection, when it comes to FGM, to say, this is it. There's something that COVID knows. So if women think they can come fight for what? I don't fight for, I'm not a politician, I don't want a position. I'm a development worker. I believe in advocacy. I'm a social worker. I work with children and family. I look at child protection issues, critically and human rights. I believe in all of those things. So if I am affected, who are you to tell me that, oh, I'm not, I'm enjoying? No, we didn't come for a debate. There is, go for research. Go to the internet. Go to the data, Sierra Leone, UNICEF, UNFA, a lot of organizations have done times with a number. With data, if you want to have data, if you want information, go get it there. Don't come fight me.
So what has the First Lady done wrong, by your judgment, as as anti-FGM campaigners? What has she done wrong?
Well, for me, you have a status, you have a platform. For every word that comes out of your mouth is a statement. Whether you like it or not, there are certain positions, even me sitting here, I carefully choose my words. you know the implications. If Anita comes, I remember when we started talking about anti-abortion. Oh, those kids and other people, Auntie Anita, boy, I said, no, I have my experience. I lost my sister through criminal abortion. So I want to be the voice to say a safe abortion is better than a criminal one. So for me, I choose my words, but I tell them why I'm doing it. So for her, it's not one, it's not twice, over the years. She's clear about what she stands for.
And what makes her stance wrong? You say you are a victim, you were affected, you've had a negative experience. On the flip side, she says she's also a circumcised woman. She has gone through labor a couple of times with no complications. She says she doesn't have any negative stories to tell from her circumcision. She's okay with it, so she supports it. What makes her stance wrong if your own stance telling your story is right?
What makes it wrong is that statement in Kenema. Telling the Sowis, I'm behind you. That will force me to go pen down, because I know with that statement, it's a heavy blow. You know what we experienced last year? Do you know what it means? They can do it. I'm behind you, anything and it's very clear and common to endorse them. To me, my critical analysis and thinking around a statement is an endorsement for the Sowis to continue. So you shouldn't say that. Yes, you support them. No, yes, you support the cutting. Go dance your dance. Go do your thing. But when you come out publicly and say this to them, you're giving them a license for them to continue. We have Sowis that are even in court now because they caught girls, they died in there. So if you are behind them, you're the first lady, remember? If you are behind them, they own the power with you. So you can say who to jail, who to free, who to bring on board. You cannot go on board. Once they have your back, you can't do that.
What's the
professionally?
What's the crux of your arguments? What are you actually against?
The point of my argument, she has a right to say I'm caught. I am caught. I'm fine. Okay. You have your own right to support. But the level, the government status, they sign all instruments to say ban FGM. From the United Nations Geneva Convention, from the Maputo Protocol, from the CIC, the Charter Rights Commission, Africa Charter, everything is signed by this government, and not this government, previous government. They are instruments signed. That is why we have the power to take them to ECOWAS court. Because the human right told me, if a right of a child is violated or human right, if the government doesn't act, I have the right to do it. I have the right to take them to court. So we've done that. And the ECOWAS courts come up with the verdict saying, according to the instrument signed, according to Geneva or Maputo Protocol, you sign all the judgment for a total ban, not even on child bondo. It was a process. We started with a strategic plan. We start with the child bondo. We talk to them. We see dragging in from the previous government, everybody is dragging their feet. Why? Because they have personal gains in that. So we are working with the parents, we are working with the Sowis. Sowis now lying down, they said we are not going to be part of it. We tried the alternative, right? Bo, Moyamba, Tonkolele, Bombali, Potloko is working. So if the government refuse to honor what they signed for, that is a total ban. No excuse.
You know, what has changed actually? A school of thought would tell you, oh, this is it's an ingrained, very significant cultural practice here. In fact, others would say it is a rite of passage, you know, for certain sect of people in our culture or within our country. What has changed? Are you saying that they should actually remove, you know, FGM from our cultural books?
That is what we are saying. FGM.
Why is FGM bad now?
Well, why FGM is bad
before?
No, before it's bad. Because people say it's
we
okay.
Doing it without complaining in those days.
It's okay. I complain. Age 13, I detest it. Because I used to think it's just about dress. I'm coming out like, oh, I'm beautiful. I have some dresses I couldn't have.
So you broke away from culture even?
Yes. I stopped dancing behind the drums.
There's no family thing.
I detest against it, yes.
Sorry to ask this.
My grandmom is a big cutter.
Okay.
I can tell you.
Well.
I know the intent of this. Yes. So I'm not just talking because I want to talk. I'm talking because I'm part of it, an inheritance from my grandmother to my cousins. So if I tell you that I detest it, I detest it.
Is she still doing it, your mom?
My grandmom, dead and gone.
Oh.
It's dead and gone.
My sympathies.
Nothing about it. So for me, what is wrong now? I went through bad complications.
Okay.
I know 2 surgeries. My God, I have to say what I'm saying now to show other women. I've done. We have survivors group. They share their stories. They tell where they experience that they never tell somebody, even in their houses, outside their houses, in their family, outside their family. I'm a witness to it. So I should be the voice. I will stop it. If I have my way, it has to stop the government. I've already signed an instrument. They cannot ignore that fact.
You know, this whole thing was sparked by this young lady who claimed that she had been, you know, forcefully initiated by, you know, her in-laws. You know, I'm sure you saw the video.
Yeah.
Yes.
We contacted her. They sent yes, the recorded voices were sent to us. Forum Against Harmful Practices. We act on that straight to go.
Which voice note are you referring to?
Forum Against Harmful Practices. I'm part of Forum Against Harmful Practices.
You know, I'm asking, had you spoken to the lady, the young lady who is involved?
Yes.
Okay.
We have an investigation team. They went there. The Secretariat Act. We are supporting her. We have every details of that. Yes.
Is it true that she indeed was, you know, forcefully conscripted into the Bondo Society? Is it true that she was forcefully, you know, conscripted into?
Yes, because the witnesses, they not even her alone.
Okay.
To another older woman. She's 30. The other older woman, she's afraid to speak up.
The other woman too was forcefully initiated.
That woman is afraid to speak up. Even when we ask that if they can come forward just to give us the evidence, they say, I'm afraid. People are chasing me, things are chasing me. People keep quiet even when death occurs. They are afraid to talk because there are other people who say, if I go say this, that. So for me, we hold on to our information until when the police give us the clearance.
Things got complicated a bit when, you know, the First Lady, you know,
went go out there
and
to challenge her, saying that it's not happening. 2 doctors.
They checked her and there's no scratch of sorts.
I can't say anything on that.
Have you verified, just to clear the doubt?
Verification, our comms team is there.
Is it true that she was does she bear marks on the body?
I didn't go there. I didn't go there as a surgery specialist or a cutter.
Okay.
So that question still left with the comms. We're having a meeting. We'll bring our release out. Information will come from it. So say this is it, this is that. So it's not. I'm with Forum Against Harmful Practices. I'm seated in the project proposal team that I'm leading. So the comms will come up.
This all seems like a cold war going on between, you know, people who are fighting against FGM in this country and the First Lady. She even alluded that this whole thing is about politics, you know, that some of you want to smear her name. Your own name actually is on our page, for being one of the most unprogressive, FGM anti-campaigners?
That was like, I said, really? We just want to say we can stop something. All of us have the power to stop evil.
What went sour? Is your relationship with the First Lady okay? Is it, smooth?
I never had an issue with her. I'm here before. So after
I claim she's the most progressive, female, activist in this country.
Who?
She said she's the most, accomplished, if you like,
That's her opinion. There are people before her. I can name names and tell her. She owns a platform that she can lead, saying, "Oh, I'm the leader." I'm fine about it. But for me, telling me I am the most unprogressive activist, when she came with her Answer for Our Girls, we were called as British Council to go pick our brain to set up the whole platform and promise, oh, we'll get back to you. They never get back to us. End child married, I was sitting as a national chair for that. We organized, we do everything. When we were about to launch, Dr. Fataki, by then 50-50, is an implementing partner. We invited her, went to our office to give her all this information about the end child married, the launching. We went to McKinney. From there, gone. Everything, no, nothing. Until we were, oh, I'm leading end child married. The day when she was launching, Answer for Our Girls, AYV captured me to sit in here. Me and Vante. I gave her information that if you want to succeed, young lady, bring active organizations that are existing. Forget about region, district and everything. Work as a first lady for a whole country, not for certain people. Go bring the money. If you can give us 5 cents, we go work. We are here to work. We complement the efforts of the government.
I'm beginning to understand some of this is about money, actually.
It's not about money.
You're unable to form a partnership.
Yeah, because every day she will come out there and others accusing us as AGM advocates. We are doing it for money. Our Answer for Our Girls, she's doing it for money as well. She got all the millions that we don't have seated in her hands. How many people is she working with? We are doing it when they give us 5,000. We go do a lot to our people. I've reached out to over 85,000 girls in this country, still counting. Communities, thousands of communities. We meet, we talk, I move from school to school. 15 years, 5 months this day in Sierra Leone. So who are you to tell me I didn't do nothing? I just needed a platform to become a first lady for me to claim that I've done everything. No! The records are there. Go check my records. Go check my page. Go ask people. Tell them, come. If you think the money, the 10,000 or 20,000 they gave me is enough for me to survive, you have millions, it's not enough. You don't do it for money. If I do it for money, I put my money, I left you can sit down there, work for Sierra Leone, give everything to my people and country. Go check my records. So for me, the money they are claiming that we are doing it for money, we stop them. We are not doing it for money. It's not our money. That money is given to our by. It's actual donors. We are doing it because we are survivors. This is our country. And above all, First Lady is a Suna. Me and Mama Dinda is a Suna. It's my father's house. Inside our father's house that we are called. But the Bono Society traditional dance, we own it. They don't, Madinga don't own it. My grandmom is a Kabia background. So they own the drums, they own the Bono Devils, they own the Numolis, whatever name you call it. So it's a Suna. I respect her. It's a Suna. Me too is a Suna. But I know about Bondo because my grandmom did that.
You know, this whole thing is about collaboration.
Thank you.
People are going to help, these young ladies or girls who are being forcefully conscripted into the Bondo Society. But it appears as though there is a bit of discordiality here. While she's saying that you've never gone to her to sit at a round table, and now you're saying that you had begun working with her. But things got
a whole lot of lists. I have the photos. I cannot fabricate lies in here. I have my integrity. I have my moral values. I don't bring down another woman. I felt so bad because I'm doing it for another woman because another woman started doing it to me. You stay in your lane, I stay in my lane. I do my work, I'm a Sierra Leonean. I've been here for 15 years existing. So if you come claim that I'm not doing nothing, or we are not doing nothing, some like Rugia to Meta, over 20 or 25 years, she has been into this. So who are you to tell me that we don't want to work with you? Let her show us the invitation. I guess FAB, Forum Against Armed Forces, they wrote a letter to meet with her.
She told us yesterday.
Yes, there was a letter, she never honored it. Me, from Mr. like Jane, the day when we went for the end child married, I presented 3 minutes in front of her table. Oh, auntie, you know, they are begging. People are, I said, you can tell them what you want, they will do it for you. Let's work for the girls and the rural girls. Let's work for women to create jobs. I gave her everything to help out. You know how can you force on somebody that doesn't want to work with you?
How I wish you could have been here this morning, or even
I know. I wish that. You know, I wish that, because I keep talking about this. So you cannot come and tell us we are scammers. We are not scammers. I scam nobody. So you go get all the money, say work for women and girls in Sierra Leone. You choose those you work with. I don't say she is not working with other people, but probably she has her own group that she works with. But why are you calling me a scammer? When I'm accountable to my people, I give them what I give them. I have the evidence there. Go meet my people in the remote villages and ask them, who is Galcha Network? Who is Anita working in here? What have they done? They will tell you. So it's a pity that she refused to work with us. Now she's claiming she has invited us. No, I would say a big no to that. We made an attempt to write as a forum against her to make her understand. This is about women. This is about girls. We don't want to see any more harm. Childbearing has been a problem. The birth rate, the death rate is only now like UNFA and others helping out. So we need to understand this. It's not about ourselves anymore. It's about generation.
Let's just
a generation of
reiterate that we extended an invitation to the office of the First Lady. Her spokesperson, Wusu Dadida, was invited to be part of the conversation this morning. He consented to be here. Unfortunately, this morning it's a no-show, but we extended an invitation to the office of the First Lady to be here. Anita, in your submissions, you've mentioned that for the end child marriage, your team reached out to the First Lady with the idea and presented it. She didn't work with you, but next thing you saw, she was now publicly communicating that she's leading a fight to end child marriage. You spoke about menstrual hygiene, that you presented a case to her. Are you, in other words, saying the First Lady has been hijacking your ideas?
Well, I cannot say our ideas. The End Child Marriage was a coalition. I lead a coalition of organizations that are working around women and girls and in child marriage. We met her at the office. We invited her for the lunch, and we agreed to go to Makeni. The lunch was in Makeni with 50-50, Dr. Take and everybody. We went there. The lunch was like a scanty one, but she has her own way of doing our own thing. We were there bringing in all girls in Makeni. We march, we do everything. So for me, from that day, she never said we were not invited to any more activities. We just go quiet, nothing worked for us. We have some documentation that we wanted to continue with. That was the end. The same with the menstrual hygiene. When I presented, oh auntie, well, I'll get back to you. That was the end. Until when I saw my photo with them out there and everybody, oh Anita, you're working with the photo. No. I say, I'm not. It's a camouflage. I don't want that. Even with the photo, I was like forced to do that because I know the political arena in here. So for me, when my partners by then UNICEF called, because UNICEF are dealing with reusable parts. Because of the environment, we are environmental friendly, we want to save the earth, we are climate change and everything. So I told them no, I was there for end child marriage discussion. So fortunately for me, I took the opportunity to do a presentation, 3 minutes, about reusable parts, how we can work together to help rural girls as well as women creating jobs.
Was this presentation before or after the First Lady had begun distributing free sanitary pads?
Before. It's when we went there, she was like, oh yes, this part thing, they're going to donate, I want to do something like this. I said, don't bring in this disposable. Let's talk about this. Let's talk. Oh, auntie, respectfully, yes, this is it, but the ones giving me, I'm begging. I said, you can tell them to let us do this together. It's not about anything. Go bring, I will work for you. That never happens. She never comes back to me. And I didn't bother to chase. Because I've made my own marks in 2011. I'm the voice of menstrual hygiene in Sierra Leone. The highest producer. We soon open our biggest factory in Sierra Leone.
So whilst the pro-FGM activists and the anti-FGM activists are having loggerheads, there are still women and girls who go through Bondo initiation and experience cutting. How do we bring everyone together, consolidate your individual efforts without dismissing individual experiences to accelerate the gains to protect women and girls?
Well, Fabian, this is all about ego. This is all about cover-ups. I just want to be by myself. I just want to do what I want to do. I don't want, it's me, myself, and I. That is the problem. For me, over the years working, it's not about me, myself, and I. My focus is on my girls, the generation. It's not about Anita anymore. If everybody has got that art, take it off. It's not about you. Whether you're seeking political endorsement, whether you want like some funders to give you some free money, whether you want like people to clap for you, you go deceive the village people. Phoebe, and we've done it, is doable without cutting. It's doable in Sierra Leone. We have every data, we have every documentary on that.
So as you say,
so
it's doable.
If you
the First Lady insists that she is a traditional woman and she supports the culture. Mm-hmm. You have also been part of a team of people who do Bondo without the cutting aspect. How successful has that been, the bloodless rite?
Big. Now we have families, mothers chasing us. They're ready to give them, even with university students.
How many girls would you say, women and girls, you've initiated?
For the soways alone, we have over 100 soways in queue. We bring them by parts because we monitor them. They have documents they sign when they drop. In their communities, we monitor them if they don't go back. For the girls, we have over 600 girls in movement. In the movement, we call them, they are the born perfect girls. They went through the bloodless rites, come out. Some of them are doing projects for themselves. They learn artwork, they do everything, they go to school. So it's not just about the statistics is there.
So do you still consider what you're doing Bondo, even without the cutting?
Yes, because we don't want to cut down the culture of the drums, the culture of the fun, the culture of women having a safe space.
So it's not the culture in entirety that you're against, it's just
no, it's just the cutting.
But how successfully have you been able to sell this idea to the majority of soways across the country, that the culture could be preserved, the good aspects, but only eliminate the cutting aspect, which brings some complications?
Fabian, it happens in Bo, Moyamba, Sonkolili, Bombali, Port Loko. But Sonkolili is like twice, Port Loko now is going 3. So it's not about convincing them. They are testimonies. Let them go to our Facebook. Let them go to our social media handles. It's not a makeup. We don't go catch them, bring them. Stories are tired. They want to move on with their lives. We create VCLAs, village savings loan. They have their money, they do their business. Now as I'm talking today, they are doing like 5 acres of land, cassava plants with the soways.
Share that social media handle you wanted to share.
I will. I'll do that.
What platforms? What's the name of the
Galcha Network? Go to Galcha Network page. Go to Fab page. We have a Twitter page. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram.
In this conversation, there are allegations on both sides of a lot of misinformation. So we've gotten to a point now, every submission would require strong evidence to back a submission. You're saying go to the pages. Let's break it down. On Facebook, what's the name of the page?
It's Galcha
For those
Network.
who need verification, they
Galcha Network Sierra Leone. This morning I posted that. I said go check my work at Galcha Network
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Facebook.
Yes. The same thing
Instagram.
at GCN Sierra Leone on Instagram. On Twitter, the same at GCN Sierra Leone. Go there.
Now, still with the initiation, there are also women who want to be cut. There's always this conversation for women about my body, my right. If you're pushing for a bloodless right, where does that leave women? Like, for example, Dr. Sia Fuambai Amadou, who a couple of years ago came to Sierra Leone at the Radisson Blu. She put together an event where she played a documentary of herself in her early 20s and her younger sister, who was above 18 then. They traveled all the way from USA to Sierra Leone just to go to their village and be initiated into Bondo society. They were really excited about it. From the US, age of consent, they went through, they documented the process, and they've been sharing it. If you're advocating for the cutting to stop, where does this leave the liberty for other women who feel like, it's my clitoris, I want to cut it?
Fabian, to be frank, for you to see older women go down for the cutting is rare. Let's be real.
Yeah, but do you say they do
You
not exist?
look at 10 to 15, 16, 17, 14. We are forced to do it.
But
all of us, we didn't do it when we are old.
Do you disagree that there are women who want to be cut?
I don't disagree about that. I cannot be a fool to say that.
So if you don't disagree, what happens to those women's rights? Again, my body, my right. What happens to giving them the liberty to choose whether or not they want to keep their clitoris?
I have no problem with their liberty to choose. What I know, the government should do their work. Ban FGM. You signed for it. I'm done.
Is it to ban FGM?
Yes.
Or, sorry, hold on for the question to land. Is it to ban FGM or to ban unwilling FGM, leaving women who want to be cut? Of course, women means you are above 18. Women who want to be cut to enjoy the experience. Is it banning it completely or giving liberty to women to choose for themselves?
So why do the governments go sign instruments? If they think everybody, you have your liberty. But what I'm saying here, I didn't see a full-grown woman opting for that. These are women, they are forced to go to rape.
No, that's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking on your advocacy. Banning FGM entirely or banning the forceful FGM? Giving women...
Whether forceful or no forceful, ban FGM.
So what about the women who willingly want to be cut?
It's up to them, because...
If you say it's up to them, but you're advocating to ban FGM completely, how does it become up to them now?
Well, Fabian, we have a law in here against abortion, but abortion is still going on, secretly and openly. Up till now, we are fighting.
So are you
for safe
advocating
abortion.
to ban it? Then the women can secretly go and get themselves
Whatever
cut if
you
they
do
want
with
to.
your life, you are old enough to choose. Women are free to choose. But what I'm saying, a culture that is not part of us. FGM is not our culture. Bondo is our culture. We beat the drums, we have everything. So FGM is not our culture. If you choose it, it's up to you. But the government sign a document. Let them go, honor the document. Let them say we ban FGM. Period.
There are still women and girls who suffer from forceful initiation. We get to hear these stories from time to time. Those who are bold enough to make their situation public. But as it stands now, what can be done? Because in as much as there are women who are willing to be cut, there are also women on the flip side who don't want to be cut. There are also girls who are not old enough to know what they want for themselves who are forced into this. What's the way out to protect both those who want to and those who do not want to?
What I'm saying, there are no laws around what is going on. They are not safe. Nobody justice is delayed. Everybody seems to say, oh, we have a law, but there is no law. We have what we used to take these women. They are forcefully caught or babies caught in. We use the intent to wound the law. That is an 80-something law. And we still have the rights because it's a protection law. You cannot just go and force somebody and call them down. So for me, the justice is not there. Everybody is scared. We need to work. Even with the death, we count numbers of deaths that when we do a postmortem, they tell you is seriously bleeding from the court. So who has been jailed? Nobody. Government on the other hand, we cannot do a law. So who is protected? Unprotected and protected, nobody cares about it. So for me, we'll continue to say, government, go and do your homework.
Right. And so let me just hold you there for a while. I'll come back to you to round off. Let me join Ransford McLean in Studio 2 for some sport this morning. Good morning, Ransford.
Good morning. Good morning, Victor Jones, and good morning to our guests and viewers who've been following Wake Up Sierra Leone. Of course, the first story that has to do with football. The Sierra Leone national men's team of Leone Stars suffered a heavy 3-1 defeat to their counterpart, that's Liberia, with a late consolation goal at the SKD Stadium in Monrovia, Liberia. The Lone Star of Liberia registered 2 goals in the first half before ending a third goal before the 90 minutes. The 10-man Leone Stars the side could not overturn the results in the regulation time. Coach John Keister, the caretaker manager, spoke more on the outcome of the match during the post-match press conference. Let's get that.
I'm not worried about Liberia. I'm worried about us. It's about us. What is important that we had a friendly match, and it gave us a good insight. It's given the new head coach a good insights about what we have in terms of personnel. The new coach will have a good idea around the personnel, the players that he's got. When he comes in, he needs to probably look at if he needs to improve the squad. He needs to get some out. He needs to bring some out in. That's the essence of today, because we've rotated the squad today. It's what you just mentioned. We started really, really well. For me, that's going forward. That's what is important. That we're able and can play the way we want to play, the right way. Again, friendly matches. This is learning. You know, we've made two mistakes and they've scored 2, and then the third one is transition. But this is why we were playing these friendly matches, so our players get to understand, you know, how to manage situations. I think we're both looking forward to 2027. It'll be great, you know, because we're from this side. We both share a boundary, as you know, as countries. Again, we have a new coach. It was important that he sees everyone. We can't just play the same squad like we did in Bowl. So it gives him an idea. It gives him a good window around what we have, what he's seen, and what is on the outside as well that we feel, or he feels, you know, can improve what he's seen today. So for me, I think that's the objective of friendly matches. I hope they do well. I hope we both do well and qualify for 2027.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Pointing indeed. Now, finally, we turn attention to cricket as War Wounded Academy were crowned champions of the Western Rural Inter-School Herald Cup Festival organized by the Cricket Sierra Leone Limited on Tuesday after defeating Go Flames by a commanding 37 runs to the delight of hundreds of newly co-opted girls at the Grafton BDO field. My colleague Maria Satamwa was in attendance and filed towards the story.
Girls from selected schools in Western Rural area participated in the Western Rural Inter-School Creole Cup, a competition designed to boost female cricket participation with the aim of reaching over 38,000 girls across 11 districts in just 27 days. In the finals at Grafton Field, War Wounded Academy were crowned champions after a hard-fought match against Go Flames Secondary School. With 37 runs remaining unbeaten, Wounded Academy won the 8th school tournament, showcasing the dedication of 40 well-trained cricket development officers who worked tirelessly to produce such impressive teams.
Seeing these girls, seeing the teachers, seeing the parents embracing cricket, I feel so proud. I feel so happy. I'm talking to all students who have been in this project. So all cricket as a career. You can be in cricket and also carry on with your school career. So I want every pupil or teacher that we have targeted, both in urban and the western area, I want you all to embrace cricket because I feel so proud.
For the cricket experts, there is indeed a brighter future for women's cricket in Sierra Leone.
There is a potential growth of sport through cricket in terms of participation for women, and also an opportunity for Cricket Sierra Leone to harness the talent that is among the girls. And during this week, I've seen a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm from the girls, and they are loving the sport. And for most of them, it is their first time participating, and I believe in the near future, these girls are going to be champions, and one of them will dominate the world because of this sport.
It's indeed a massive feat for the girls from the Wounded Secondary School as they trained effectively to have achieved this milestone.
Since 1 week we are here training, and then coaching keep on telling that we have to play good. Then we try our best, come here, play, the school win the competition. And I want to thank the school because it's a great pleasure, and then the crew of support, they support us a lot. I'm thanking coach, the coach that trained us. I'm thanking all of them because it's a great pleasure for us. And boys, Rosa, they trained me as this league today that I win the Wakeup.
Sega Mansare was named both best batter and most valuable player of the tournament, while her school, Wounded Academy, was awarded the Champions Trophy. It was an exciting scene at the Grafton playing field. For AYV Sports, Maria Samura reporting with footages captured by Samuel Kama.
Well, indeed, it was indeed an exciting moment there on cricket for Creole girls there at Grafton. Well, that's all for sports this morning on Wake Up Sierra Leone. And over to you, Fidan Swill and Victor Jones in the main studio.
Thank you very much indeed, Ransford. Nita, we're rounding off. In the midst of this quagmire, what perhaps would be the most convincing thing to do now? I mean, you say, so think what, choosing between evil and lesser evil here, right? You are advocating for the fact that, this thing should be completely banned. But there are other women, as Fabian was asking you, who would willingly give up themselves, who would travel, millions of miles to Africa to be caught, just to enjoy the pleasure, that it offers, if at all it does. What would be your final, comments on this?
My final comment to them, I usually ask them, you experience courting, do you coach your child? Your girls? No, they didn't. They just want to make like a statement. Even from the First Lady, she told you, even a pin.
Would someone come from the United States to make a statement?
Yeah, that what I'm saying, Baba Sia. I keep asking her. That has been like the dark days from our grandparents. We don't understand. Now that we are in an open world that we can discuss this, can somebody just sit and reflect and say, I can't do this anymore? We are more than the dark days from Madame Yoko. She copied that from the UK. Go back to the history. FGM is not ours. Bondo, the culture, the beating is ours. It's incorporated into FGM. So those dark days, like me, I was so innocent thinking, going there, I would be having a nice dress. Immediately I get there, I found it. Now older girls are saying no to it. The younger girls are suffering as well. And you cannot force an adult to be part of it. let's rethink and reflect.
Right.
And stop the poor women and their children to suffer. Because for me, Anita sitting here, is a high spiritual content thing. Highly spiritual, which I know my grandmother was an herbalist. I know what I'm talking.
Right.
So it's all about rituals. How can you take a blood, the clitoris? I ask the parents, where them cuts then give you? They say, not go, they're not give you. Which side then get you ask? No. So go find out. That is my own way of advocating, telling people to understand. So the Sowe's told us, they know they go catch picking na Parents are the ones giving them. So
Anita, but we're out of time. I will surely definitely
our advocate is around parents to stop.
We would like to thank you very much indeed.
We'll make more time to this conversation as the
Indeed.
days go by, obviously.
Indeed. Thank you so much. This is where I would end to this edition of the program. There's a midweek edition which we are wrapping up now. It's Wednesday already, and we are counting down to a large AGM meeting in McKinney to discuss the future of journalism in Sierra Leone. But I want to say thank you very much indeed to our sponsor, Wakeup Commercial Bank, and to our cherished audiences across the globe. I am Victor Jones as always.
And I am Fabian Swill. Do have a lovely day. Take care and bye for now.